Would you be crazy enough to take a 19-mile offer from Uber Eats? What's up, everybody? My name is Jacob, and I try to teach you ways where you can make more money and how you can spend it wisely. So in this video, I wanted to talk about an order I received from Uber Eats, and I'll throw it up on the screen. That is a 19-mile offer, and it's going from one edge of my zone to another. It is really far. Would you even consider taking an offer like this? Because that's something I think about quite a bit when I am taking these orders. Is I'm always thinking about the mileage. You have to think about, how far you're willing to go, how far you have to drive, how far is too far just for a normal offer. Like, is it even worth it to drive from one edge of your map to the other? Like, is there even like any benefit to this? So I'm just going to be breaking down what I saw from the acceptance screen and why I actually did end up accepting this offer. The very first thing that I want to think about when I am taking the orders like this is the payout. I mean, that's the first thing that goes into your mind when an order comes up on your screen. That's the biggest thing. I think it's even in like biggest text. So you're always going to be thinking about the payout. And of course, this is always the most important thing. So what I saw was this was like over $30. And, you hardly ever get offers like this if you even got it at all before. I know it's a stacked order. And that's something I saw too, but it's over $30. So with Uber Eats, you're not like guaranteed to get this money. With like DoorDash, I guess you are guaranteed to get what you saw on the acceptance screen, and it won't really decrease. With Uber Eats, I guess people can take away the tips, after the delivery was dropped off. But I mean, you're almost never gonna get less than this. That's at least what I've seen so far. So this order was like 31 something. I expected to get, at least that amount, and maybe even a little bit higher, because we've learned on this channel that Uber Eats hides your tips somewhat, to somewhat similar degree of how DoorDash hides your tips, but at least it's more apparent on DoorDash. So again, the payout over $30, that's almost guaranteed. That is the exciting first thing that I noticed. Another thing that I noticed was the estimated time. The estimated time was actually really good for an order like this. For a $30 order, if it takes you 60 minutes to complete this, that would make you $30 an hour. And I'd say that's a pretty decent hour for most people, during most times of the day. $30 an hour, that's pretty good. But when I saw that it was 32 minutes, that is definitely something I took into consideration. Now, do I actually think that it was going to take me 32 minutes to complete this order? Well, with Uber Eats, it's kind of hard to tell if you're going to be hitting that estimated time. And I did know for 19 miles, it was going to be really difficult to complete this in 32 minutes. And I don't remember exactly how long it took me, but it definitely was more than 32. But it was absolutely under an hour. I want to say so around 45 minutes, if I'm remembering correctly. So like 45 minutes, that's 3/4 of an hour. And so, that's like over $40 an hour, I think. And so that's pretty good. In my best hours, I try to aim for $40 an hour when possible, like the peak of the lunch rush, if I can even get there. But really, it's possible during the peak of the dinner rush. That's kind of what I'm going for, is like a $40 hour here and there, just so I can try to keep my dollars per hour over $30 an hour and close to $35 an hour during like dinner on busy nights. So I saw immediately, even if it did take me longer than the estimated time, hey, we're still doing all right there. Now that we have looked at the estimated payout and the estimated time, and we figured out that those two things are really good, now we want to look at the area this is going, since the 19 miles is bad. We don't really want to drive 19 miles if we can avoid it, but sometimes we just might have to accept some of these orders like I'm talking about. So a lot of these miles are freeway miles, they're highway miles. I can, drive these miles pretty quickly compared to surface streets. And I would say for about 19 of these, or let's see, 19 miles, I would say about like 13 of these were on the freeway. And so now we are, just driving these miles, and it's better for our time, and it's also better for the gas mileage on our car. Since I always talk about how driving miles on the freeway is a lot better than driving miles on surface streets, because it's better for your car and you're getting to the place faster. It's just something to keep in mind. If I was having to drive 19 miles on surface streets, I don't think this order would be accepted, because that would just take me way too long. And so this was also a bonus, so we got the estimated time, the payout, and now the freeway miles are all working in our favor. And so now we're gonna think about the drop-off area. So this drop-off area is actually benefiting me because I like to stay on the east side of the map for most of my shift. I just so happened to be on the west side of my map when I got this order, just because I had been working a lot on the west side, and that's where the orders were coming from. But it was getting closer to the end of my shift, and I was ready to start heading back east. And this order could take me all the way back to where I wanted to be in just one order. And so I thought, hey, this would be a pretty good opportunity for me to make that jump from one hotspot to the other. And yeah, and it was dropping me off, closer to some restaurants, not the absolute closest that I want to be, but it was still pretty good. And so that was very nice. And you can't really zoom in on the map on Uber Eats. It's like on an iPhone. Maybe you're able to on an Android, but at least for me, I'm not able to do it. And so I just had to kind of guess where these houses were for their precise location. But I do know that the neighborhoods that these were going to were pretty nice neighborhoods. And one of them ended up being in a gated community, and the other one was just like a nice house. And so I just had to make an educated guess and say, these areas look like pretty good areas. And, this could be, I knew that these tips were already pretty good since it was offered to me at over $30. But I just thought, hey, maybe if somebody tipped me like really, really well, I could get higher than this. And so that was my top 5 reasons on why I accepted this order. And as you can see here, the payout was actually more than what I expected. The offer was like $31, but I ended up getting like $34. And so I really hope that this has treated you well, and you can use some of these ideas for your market on why you might accept a higher distance offer, and what you can expect from these kind of deliveries. And so if you learned anything, could you please just give me a like and consider subscribing if you're enjoying my content. I'm really enjoying making these videos for you, and I am trying to grow really fast because I just want to just make content for you guys and to be more helpful for your delivery life, and how to make more money and how to save money so that you can spend your money wisely. And that's all from me today, and thanks for watching.